National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Anne Arundel County in Central Maryland, Northwestern St. Mary's County, Southern Maryland, Southern Prince George's County in Central Maryland, Charles County in Southern Maryland, until 1:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 12:57 a.m., hazard 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated. Impact: damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Waldorf, Clinton, Fort Washington, La Plata, Chesapeake Beach, Deal, Upper Marlboro, Breezy Point, Port Tobacco River, Andrews Air Force Base, Rosaryville, Marlton, Dunkirk, St. Charles, Accokeek, Bryan's Road, Brandywine, Huntingtown, Hughesville, and Owings. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building.
Apparently my notifications are working. They're not working at all.
The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay from Pools Island to Sandy Point, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay north of Pools Island, Maryland, Chester River to Queenstown, Maryland, Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River, Eastern Bay, Patapsco River including Baltimore Harbor, until 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:01 a.m., showers were located along a line extending from 12 nautical miles west of Fort Smallwood State Park to 10 nautical miles west of Mayo to 6 nautical miles south of Fort Washington, moving northeast at 55 knots. Hazard: wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source: radar indicated. Impact: boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Kent Narrows Bridge, North Point State Park, Magothy River, Chester River, Eastern Bay, Black Onet Point, Pools Island, Greenberry Point, Highland Beach, Sandy Point State Park, Severn River, Bloody Point Light, Thomas Point Light, Poplar Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Pinehurst, Hart Miller Island, Gibson Island, and Bodkin Point. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Georges County impacts. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Anne Arundel County in Central Maryland, northeastern Prince George's County in Central Maryland, until 1:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:04 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Fort Meade to near Mitchellville to near Upper Marlboro, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated. Impact: damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Bowie, Severn, Annapolis, Crofton, Riviera Beach, Forestville, Largo, Mayo, Shadyside, Deal, Naval Academy, Upper Marlboro, Severn River, South River, Fort Smallwood State Park, Gibson Island, Bodkin Point, Sillery Bay, FedEx Field, and Road River. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Highs in the lower 50s. Lows in the upper 20s. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for tidal Potomac from Cobb Island, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia. Tidal Potomac from Indian Head to Cobb Island, Maryland until 3:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:10 a.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Potomac Creek to 11 nautical miles south of Fairview Beach to 43 nautical miles northwest of Cobham Bay, moving east at 50 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Yokosuka River, Breton Bay, St. Clements Bay, Piney Point, mouth of the Potomac River, Nanjemoy Creek, Port Tobacco River, Colonial Beach, Cobb Island, Point Lookout, Tall Timbers, Swan Point, Colton's Point, Mathis Point, United States. 301 Nice Memorial Bridge, St. George Island, Wicomico River, White Point Beach, Popes Creek, and Coles Point. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. And now a special weather statement from your National Weather Service. Issued at 1:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Special weather statement for parts of Lancaster and York counties until 2:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:25 a.m., Doppler radar indicated a heavy shower over railroad, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Wind gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour are possible. Locations impacted include Lancaster, Ephrata, Columbia, Millersville, Willow Street, Red Lion, New Holland, Spry, East Petersburg, Dallastown, Akron, Lella, Paradise, Shrewsbury, Tyler Run, Queens Gate, Strasburg, Mountville, Coryville, Stewartstown, and Glen Rock. This shower may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. This is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, in Pennsylvania, Adams and York. Wind advisory now in effect from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sunday. Wind gusts from the southwest 45 to 50 miles per hour expected. The areas affected include Schuylkill, Northumberland, Columbia, Montour, Dauphin, Lebanon, Lancaster, York, and Adams counties. The hazardous weather conditions are expected from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sunday. Impacts, gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. For high wind safety information, visit Weather Governor Wind. The latest forecast information can be found on the National Weather Service State College Facebook page and Twitter at NWSSTATECOLLEGE, or on the web at weathergovernor/CTP. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Drum Point, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia, Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland, Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River, Pawtuxet River to Brooms Island, Maryland, until 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:50 a.m., showers were located along a line extending from 8 nautical miles northwest of Flag Harbor to near Brooms Island to near St. Clements Bay, moving northeast at 60 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Cuckold Creek, Choptank River, Greenwell State Park, Town Creek, St. Leonard Creek, Drum Point, Dares Beach, James Island, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, Solomon's Island, and Taylor's Island. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes.